Hello viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you why you should start using function and stop hard coding your code. So let's imagine that you're building a news app and you have different screens. So perhaps you have a screen with general news, a news for technology, a news for your favorite news that you have saved, and let's say you're getting this information from an backend service, so basically an API, right? And this API returns the date of each news in a weird format. Let's say a Unix time format. So let me show you what that would look like. Right? Like that. Oh, on earth are you going to understand that? No way anyone understand that, right? We are not accustomed to that. So what you do is basically convert it. And how you perhaps would go about converting it is that first you would perhaps convert it to milliseconds. And how you do that is that you say new date, you take the Unix timestamp and multiply it by 1000. This converts it to millisecond, right? And then you perhaps say, right, I want the day. So you say day is equal to date that get UTC date, and then you get the month. And now you get the month, you say date that get UTC month, and then you perhaps want the year as well. So you say date that get full year, right? And to prove that this convert, you say, alright, not print, you say console.log, and you print the month. Oh, by the way, months are 0 base index, so you have to increment it by 1 so you get the correct month. Alright, so month, day, year. Alright, you can see this corresponds to March 25th, 2023. Okay, that's more readable. But the problem is, as I said, you have different screen. Let's say this was the general screen and you calculated this just for the general screen. If you wanted to do the same thing, you would have to go over, copy and paste it, and put it into your other screens. You perhaps have like hundreds of screens, and you have to copy this. And even imagine the function, not the function, but all this code could have been like 200 lines long, and you keep copying this long block of code, and this is where function comes in. So you could simply create a function and say, all right, convert to human readable, right? You could call a function this. Let's make this function constant, right? And all you're doing is, that's how you create a function. And then what you want to do is the same thing that you were doing before. And this function, you're expecting that weird time up there. So you could say, that's a number. That's a number, right? So you could say you're expecting the Unix timestamp, right? Unix time. Let's say you're expecting the Unix time, right? And how function works is this won't actually do nothing. So to get the function to work, you'd have to call the name of the function. So convert to human readable, convert to human readable, right? And that's how you get the function to work. And you put two brackets there. That's calling the function. And let's clear the terminal, run it again. And as you can see, we get the same output. But the difference now is that you don't have to copy all of this. You could set this up that you can just simply call this function every time you need it, wherever you need it, in whichever file you need. And this saves time. You don't have to constantly copy and paste in it, and it's more prone to error because you're perhaps copying 200 lines of code. Instead, you could just simply copy this one line of code that is calling the function. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful.